Gina, take it away.
Well, today Gina's going to talk about weather, which is quite funny because the problem with our internet appears to be the weather. We have a storm in here, and the sunny Caribbean is not quite the sunny Caribbean today. So, anyway. And I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, we're talking about weather. That's so boring. That's what you talk about with someone when you have nothing else to talk about. But, bear with me. Okay, so there's season changes, okay? In the north, where you guys are, the season changes are actually, well, quite substantial. There's different seasons. And so you have 4 seasons, like, and anyway. The good thing about it is, you know what's coming up. Okay, so winter's coming. So what do? You prepare. You prepare for the season. Okay, so you're ready, and you get out your winter boots and your hat and your coat and your gloves and whatever. Prepare for you. Okay. Then what happens? Well, the season happens. And so what do? You adapt to the season. So, anyways, the season approaches and you're ready for it. You're not cold in the winter. You've got your fireplace and your wood burning, and you've got your coat and everything's good. Okay. Well, in the Caribbean, we also have seasons. There's actually only 2. So one is hurricane season, and that is from May to November 30th, and thank goodness it ends November 30th, so it's over. Alright, so then you prepare for the next season, which is yachting season. And Dennis, because you own a sailboat and you are a sailor, you understand about yachting season and about how to sail a boat. So, you prepare and you go out and you try and catch the breeze, whichever way. Now, you have to watch because the breeze changes. And then you have to catch it in this direction or that direction, or depending on where you want to go. Well, the reason I'm talking about weather is because it is exactly like business. Okay? So you start your business. You've got a startup. And you start with your sale going this way. And you think this is your target market, whatever. Okay. But it turns out that the wind changes and you are slightly off on your target market. So your business changes with the breeze. So you follow the breeze. But you're always watching on where the breeze is going. Okay. So you continue on. And maybe you are successful, a little bit successful, a little bit. And so you listen to that and you take a look at that and you say, oh, so that was successful, so maybe I should go that direction. So you go that direction and you continue. And you continue on your success. But before you know it, the breeze has changed again. And now suddenly there could be, unfortunately, but true, competition. So you have to deal with that. So it's another change in the breeze. Okay, how am I going to deal with that? So you work through that, you deal with that, and you succeed past it because you find out what you are really good at and you market what you are good at and you succeed with overcoming that competition. Well, next thing you know, you're very successful, which is great, except for it's another change of the breed. Because now you have to realize, okay, I need to bring in more people. I need to train them. I need staff 24/7. I need to cover my business and follow the breed. So anyway, the point of this is that always be aware of where the breed is going and follow the breed so that you can stay on top of your business and stay successful in your business. It's great that you started a business, but it's important that you watch the direction that it's going. So it's not a narrow path. It's changing all the time, and if you're not watching it, well, it's not going to be successful. But anyways, stay on top of that, and you'll be able to succeed in the business, whatever it is, whatever. If you're selling a product, a service, it doesn't matter. Watch your following and change with the breed. Okay, so are there any questions?
I don't have any questions. I do have a commentary. It's kind of interesting that you bring this up. It's more interesting that you had this prepared for last week, and we had technical difficulties last week that kept it from happening. And so I have commentary that collides with an announcement, but does anybody else have any questions before we move on to that?
I was going to say that Gina used a very illustrative ship analogy in her description about the journey that we all take in our businesses, and I actually had this discussion with two entrepreneurs this morning already. Both of them, well, one is in the Canary Islands and one is in the UK, and we talked about the concept of how business changes and how we react to those changes. And interesting, then we came together, and they were separate conversations I was having with these individuals, and we said, well, how can we help each other in these journeys that we're having, and how can we collaborate our efforts? So we were talking about, I guess that's the theme of the day, business changing, and how do we react to those changes, and how can we help one another in those changes. If it's weather that we're dealing with and the winds, that's a little more difficult because we can't control that, but we can control our own behaviors, and we can control how we work with one another. So thank you for that analogy about the ships and the sails and the wind.
Yeah, I liked the idea of making sure we're looking ahead as well. I think that's critical. So that was really good, Gina.
Yeah.
Hello, who is this?
Please share your wisdom.
Well, I appreciate your comments, both of you. And I think it's very important because it's very applicable to business. And that's how I feel I've achieved my success, is because I've kept my finger to the wind and I've watched the different directions and I've moved with it. So yes, this is, it's kind of funny that it's so windy here and stormy. morning, talking about weather. But anyway, Weather Girl Gina, reporting live from Dominica. Take it to you, Gina. Go ahead.
All right, thanks, Gina, and we will work on our Caribbean correspondence technical situation.